Greetings, this is Joelle, and I am the Vibrarian. I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. I have been in Mexico for a beautiful week of relaxation and restoration. Today is the autumn equinox, and today has been half sunny and now it is rainy. So I am inside for a little pause for the cause. And I thought that I would just do a quick reading. Well, probably won't be quick, but I'm going to do a reading about today's energy and the portal that we're in. And I'll just let you enjoy the view that I'm viewing. And we might even see some lightning. It's been a little lit from time to time, so if we're lucky we'll catch that, and hopefully the storm is moving through and the sun will be back out. I'm departing tomorrow, and I am very much looking forward to the second half of this seasonal cycle as we move into fall and winter before our next spring's emergence. And of course, this is a transitional phase for me because my birthday is in a few weeks. It's Libra season, and we've already been celebrating. Of course, we call it Libra shadow, otherwise known as Virgo season. Libra retrograde. Okay, so shout out to all my Virgos out there, but it is Libra, and we're already geared up for the festivities. Nobody celebrates birthday like Libra celebrate birthday. So shout out to the Libra gang. All right, so let's see first we're going to check in on today's portal energy. It is the equinox, and it's beautiful here because even on the back of this deck we have like Stonehenge, which is one of the structures that is in place that observes certain astrological alignments. And being down here in Mexico as well is Chichen Itza. I did not make it to Chichen Itza this time. It was just a little bit too intense of a trek for me to make with the time that I had, and I wound up spending a beautiful day and night with my brother Ricardo and Joanna, and it was just a beautiful experience down in Playa del Carmen. So anyway, let us see what portal we're in today and what guidance wants to come in to help us traverse this gateway of power and possibility, as the author Tess Whitehurst says on the front of this oracle deck. Tuning in, asking for unconditionally loving guidance that is for my best and highest good and the highest good of all, and so it is. All right, one more shuffle. See what we have here. Standing on the right, on one side and on the other. All right, let's see what we have first. Landing. We got landing before. Okay, landing. Look at this. This is coming, grounding, bringing in energy. Kukulkan is the feathered serpent god, and the equinox is when the phenomenon at Chichen Itza shows his shadow descending to the earth, bringing the harvest for autumn. So this is very, very beautiful. We have this earth sprite and energy. So I believe we got this in the first couple days of our experience here as well. So let's see here. Oh. Oh no, I don't want to lose an oracle card forever if it drops in the window. All right, so 10 is the beginning and ending, starting the preparation to a program in a new cycle. So we are grounding. It says it is if you've been flying, now it is time to come back to earth. Maybe you've been swept up in a whirlwind of romance or excitement, or perhaps you've been, I picked up the wrong one, but this is going to be next, initiation. Okay, first back to landing. Okay, maybe you've been swept up in a whirlwind of romance or excitement, or perhaps you've been hurtling through a time of overwhelming busyness or immense change. It's also possible you've been coasting through a patch of ease, exploration, and pleasant distraction. If you've taken a trip by air, you know that landing can be a little jarring, Being untethered from the earth puts you in a sort of dreamlike trance. So when you reconnect with the planet, it feels a tad harsh. But once you get your bearings, which happens rather quickly, there is something reassuring about being back on solid ground. There's nothing wrong with being temporarily carried away by people, goals, travels, or events. It's just a part of life. At some point, it's time to come in for a landing, and now is that time. Okay, I'm headed to the airport tomorrow, coming back to the U.S., to home, to the vibration of the United States and Atlanta, where I live, asking and receiving a soft landing with ease and grace as I reacclimate to the vibrational frequencies of regular life. If you're asking about a relationship, this is a moment of reckoning or change. A spell has been broken and you are coming back to yourself. In some cases, you will see the relationship wasn't what you thought it was and possibly isn't for you. In other cases, you will evolve out of the initial idealization of the other person, organization, or group and move into a more lasting form of companionship. It could be that you're traveling or moving a lot and the time is right for you to settle down somewhere in a more long-term way. Or you may have been trying your hand at a number of careers or hobbies and now you're being guided to commit to something for the long haul so you can eventually gain the sense of mastery and continuity you crave. Whatever your situation, you will benefit from sensing your weight on the earth and bringing attention to the simple present moment feelings of being in a human body. Tune into your body's wisdom, which is aligned with the earth's vast, quiet, nourishing wisdom. Once you anchor yourself in your body, the earth, and this moment in time, in your body, the earth, okay, got it. Commas make a difference. Once you anchor yourself in your body, the earth, and this moment in time, you will receive the wisdom you need, and then you can put one front foot in front of the other in a grounded, centered, and self-compassionate way. Landing is a moment of clarity. When your feet are firmly planted on the earth, it will not be difficult to know which direction to take. Okay, this is beautiful guidance because I have several things that I know the new season, which for Libra then begins now. It's kind of like our new year. There are things that I do want to ground, and I was guided to wait until after this time of respite and restoration to begin to approach those processes and to just let them be where they were until I came back, because I was going to have a different perspective after having been here. And so I look forward to determining what foot in front of the other I will be taking as I move forward into making tangible the manifestations and the visions and seeds that have been planted in me during this time. Okay, yay. And of course we got a sneak peek at this card, which is initiation. Look at that, initiation. 29, which is an 11, co-creation, conscious co-creation. And what I can see here, I've been doing a lot of Akashic record work while I've been here. Whew, yes, okay, and this is like the Hall of Records. I can see it's almost like a librarian's paradise in here. It looks like there's books on the shelves and deep in. So I have been activating and connecting with Akash as a galactic librarian, the vibrarian, to be able to bring forth the galactic story for those who will be benefited by the awareness. Okay. You'll have to bear with me because I am experiencing the energy of spirit differently. And I know that this is part of what I came here to be able to expand and do during this time in Mexico. So this initiation into a new service is very exciting for me. Okay, so let us see here. Whatever you're going through may seem confusing, overwhelming, or complicated, but it is, in fact, a sacred initiation. On the other side, you will reach a new level of competence, mastery, and success. As adolescents, many of our ancestors underwent ceremonial rites of passage, gravely challenging rituals that marked their transition from childhood to adulthood. For example, they may have been blindfolded, led into the forest, and forced to find their way home. Or they may have been separated from the rest of their people in the wilderness to show they were able to fend for themselves for a prescribed length of time. Upon completion of such challenges, our ancestors were celebrated. They took on new responsibilities and were granted more privileges. More importantly, they were seen as fully realized adults worthy of admiration, inclusion, and respect. While most of us don't live in cultures that perform formal initiation ceremonies, we still go through periods when we level up in one or more life areas. Often these phases can be viewed as initiations. This is particularly true when we go through times when we feel we are metaphorically blindfolded and forced to clarify or redefine who we are and what we stand for. It seems you are going through such a time. You may feel uncertain, like your future or the outcome of your current circumstances completely outside of your ability to predict or foresee. Or you may feel that you have been abandoned, neglected, sabotaged, or forced to go it alone. Even though it's natural to feel worried at such times, this card is shown up for you to let you know that you are undergoing a powerful initiation. As best you can, surrender to your current experience. Allow yourself to dwell in the wisdom of uncertainty and release your attachment to the outcome. Of course, take positive action when you feel guided, and whenever you notice yourself going into fear, bring your awareness to the present moment by focusing on your breath. Breathe deeply. And relax your body as best you can. Then say a prayer asking the divine to support you and carry you through. Allow yourself to feel the fear and also do your best to steady yourself and move through this challenge with grace. This is the meaning of courage. You are ready for this initiation. Otherwise, it would not have appeared in your life. Upon its completion, you will discover that you are stronger, wiser, and more purposeful than ever before. And new portals of possibility will appear. Okay, new portals of possibility. And so when we talk about wisdom, I have this understanding to share with you that the wisdom, it says, allow yourself to dwell in the wisdom of uncertainty. Now, the Sophia, the high priestess, the feminine aspect of the creator's self, is known as wisdom. It is the wisdom and the knowledge, right? The masculine and the feminine. So the wisdom of Holy Sophia energy is in the silence, holding the book of mysteries. But when we trust, her wisdom will show us the way, and there is nothing then to fear about what is hidden and not plain, because it is through holding her hand that she will lead us into further and further mysteries of ourselves and revealing the divine expression of the cosmos. Okay. All right. So we have landing and initiation. So we have a 10, which is like setting the program, getting grounded, and then getting ready to go. And this is like earth and above and below. The mystery and bringing the mystery into reality. All right, so let us continue. We're going to see what messages. As you can see, the sun is coming out. It's a beautiful thing to see here. We're going to see what the Sacred Sea wants to add to this message. Let me see if I can pull this down just a little bit here. All right, Sacred Sea. As we stare at this beautiful ocean, The energy of Yamaya and Cancer and Mami Wata and the beautiful salt waters of creation. All right, one more shuffle. All right, let's see what we have here. Card 1 and number 2. All right, first one. Ooh, Kundalini Sea Queen. Look at this beautiful rising. Command self-resilience. I love this. Is such a heart-centered energy. And of course, we've had these swirls, the Fibonacci and the spiral shell before. And it's like the empowered heart activation that runs from our root to our crown. The golden sparkles that run through and course through our open channels. This is beautiful energy. Command self-resilience. Oh my gosh. Look at this. So we have these two very vibrant green energies, which is all about our heart chakra, living it, and of course activating the Kundalini through the heart connection versus just like through, it's not just a physical activation, it activates the energy all the way up and down through and out our crown, passing through the heart as well, on up and down as we form the caduceus, right, circulating that beautiful sacred energy that is our creation spark and force. Okay, so the affirmation: I hold within my own infinite healing capabilities. It is my responsibility to own, claim, and co-create the resilient power I desire to hold and share with others. I came to Earth to know my power, my life force energy, and to use it for the highest good of myself and others. And so I do. Ashe, yes, beautiful. Okay, so the Kundalini Sea Queen is here as an archetypical example of what it means to embody your own life force energy. She is the representation of the great Kundalini energy that so many yearn to know within their own bodies. She has come to you in this reading as a signal that you are ready to open your own body and spirit to align with this vital life force energy that is lying dormant in you. Where have you played into the doormat archetype? She is calling on you to take inventory of your life, every aspect of it. To know where you must stoke the flames of your own inner fire. In which areas of your life can you take back your own power? Where and with whom can you reclaim your strength? What areas have you let go of that you are ready to stand more powerfully in? When you take the time to do this regularly and devote your life to living in alignment with your core desired way of being, you can have access to your own multidimensional Merkaba, which can take you to new realms of understanding yourself and why you are here and what to do with your life while embodied in this density. The Sacred Sea Ritual. Call upon the Kundalini Sea Queen by creating a sacred, quiet place. Light a candle and set an intention to connect with her spirit, to calibrate your frequencies and allow for your sensational transformation as a goddess of your own life force power. You will need to imagine that she is enveloping you, coming into your life and body to show you things you may have forgotten or neglected to clean, clear, and charge up. You may not be able to see or feel her unless you open your multidimensional senses, allowing mysterious truths to rise to the surface of your consciousness. It is imperative that you bring awareness to each of your chakras, activating every energy center and cell of your body simultaneously, as this will allow your consciousness to truly awaken to your soul's purpose. This can bring remembrance to what you are and who you want to become as part of your sacred embodied mission on earth. Trust your intuition as the Kundalini Sea Queen is guiding you. Your body sensations are alive with so much more than you realize at this very moment. Open and receive her messages and awaken to the life force energy that is ready to ignite your incredible, passionate mission. Take prompt action with your increased vitality. Okay, I receive the increased vitality and the energy of activation within me, that I may embody that healing for myself and those, bringing myself online even more deeply and further into myself and the beauty that this energy of possibility can create within me. And then I embody the way that this will be of service to humanity for its highest good. And I am grateful for the connection to the all that is, where forth this Kundalini energy, our life force, comes from as it runs up and down through me, a vibration that I will then transmit in the healing and loving share. Okay. All right, for the Kundalini Sea Queen, commanding self-resilience. All right, so let's see what else we have from the Sea Queen here. We got this already too. Sea Queens of Waves, calibrate to nature. Okay, for me getting back outside to calibrate with nature. And it's interesting because we just this morning planned another little Libra gathering that will be based in nature. So that is very aligned for us to be able to continue to calibrate as we begin this new cycle and year. This is why I love when Spirit speaks to me with oracle cards, because as you can see, here we have the green, where we have the blue. And this is just how these cards are coming up. So the Sea Queen of Waves. And that's a 7, which of course is my Divine Feminine Calling card, and number 4, Yamaya, and very special to me. So let's see here. Affirmation. My life is like the waves of the sea. Opportunity and abundance flow in with consistency, just as the ocean does infinitely. I am calm and patient and trusting when the swell of opportunities slows down, and I utilize these moments to recalibrate my soul and creativity. All right, let me give that again. My life is like the waves of the sea. Opportunity and abundance flow in with consistency, just as the ocean does infinitely. I am calm and patient and trusting when the swell of opportunities slows down, and I utilize these moments to calibrate my soul and creativity. Okay, when the downtime happens, calibrate your soul. It took a couple hours here to calibrate my soul and to return out into nature to go with the flow. Okay, you are invited into the flow of the flow of waters of the Sea Queen of Waves. Imagine yourself diving and playing as each wave pulls in and up and smoothly folds into itself, crashing like the crescendo of a song. The Sea Queen of Waves' purpose is to remind you to dive into the natural flow your body and soul are calling for. See the opportunities in your life as waves. Many may flow in like abundant swells and will be followed by a period of quiet calmness. This is how life goes and flows, so do not worry if a slow moment of your life comes along. It is just the Sea Queen of Waves giving you a break to contemplate before you go into a new phase of abundant experiences. Use these calm, waveless moments to recalibrate. Tidy your home, finish lingering projects, and simply enjoy the stillness. This won't last forever. A new group of waves will surely come again to invigorate your life. In the Sacred Sea ritual, take a few moments to contemplate where you are in your life. Are you in a swell of opportunities or a calm, quiet, waveless period? Notice how this wave phase makes you feel. How do you normally act and react during a time such as this? How would you like to be during this time? How do you want the course of your life to flow? Ask every part of your body what it desires and create more time and space to indulge in the flow of your cravings. Set your lifestyle up to create ease in all desired aspects of your life and dive into newly created waves. Know that your situation too will shift, changing subtly just as waves naturally do. Notice the waves of your life while you find your flow. Begin to fall in love with yourself each time you can see the waves coming and dive directly into a fresh desire or experience. Raise your head and hands in celebration of the natural flow of yourself and activate the Sea Queen of Waves in your consciousness. Okay, yes, I will do this as I am in the water. I will raise my head and my hands and feel the natural flow of the waves and celebrate the calmness now that the storm has passed. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful energy. Okay, so let us see what we have from the enchanted map for our journey. All right, card 1 and 2. Coming to life, another 29, coming to life. And this one is yellow and blue. We've got a rainbow holding an orb. Rising on, we have a butterfly as well. And it's like blooming, almost like a bud blooming. And we also have, this looks very much like the hangman. After we've had our time on pause to change our perspective and enlarge our vision, then we come into action. And so it's just beautiful. I see she's got like a rainbow on her arm here. And I don't know if that's a fish that's emerging or a bud, a flower bud, or exactly what. But I love this orb because it's like the possibilities of what you can create from this divine spark as well. Okay, so coming to life. Let's see here. 11 again. Master creation. Conscious co-creation instead of accidental co-creation. Something beautiful is being born in your life. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. This card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must not try to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. All right, I'm here for it. Now, if you are in a challenge, let's say it's the coming to life is a reminder to get out of your own way. Let go, let Spirit lead. New life is unstable in the beginning and needs gentle care. Farmers don't go into their fields and pull up the shoots of plants to see how they're doing. They know that everything has its own cycle of growth. Let nature take its course. Find other things to focus on right now. Simplicity and small steps are the order of the day. When the time is right, you will see the miracle. Okay, when the time is right, I have the eyes to see this miracle that is being birthed in and through me. Okay, oh, this is repeating messages, okay? Slow and steady, and we have it as a 12, right? So we had this slow and steady wins the race. And this was what I was talking about when I said this card reminded me of the Nautilus and the shell. Slow and steady expansion. Sometimes it's imperceptible to our eye. And how many hundreds of years does it take the ammonite spiral to be formed, for this growth to happen? And yet it is absolutely no time in the higher dimensions. So however long it takes, it takes. All right, so let us see here. Slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Remember the old cliche, slow and steady wins the race. This is the time for easy movement, unhurried steps, and a steady heart. Trust that taking life at a more leisurely pace will give you greater access to your dreams. Slowing down allows more contact with the juicier elements of your life. Savor them. If you are challenged, pushing things forward impulsively will not only prevent success, but potentially cause even more trouble than you're prepared to handle. Moving too quickly will only yield unripe fruit with a bitter taste. Slow down, breathe, meditate. You're not a human doing, you're a human being. Just be. Everything will work out if you can apply the brakes and become more aware of what's happening in this moment. A calm focus on the now, breathing in the beauty of your surroundings will restore your power to consciously co-create your world. All fruits ripen in their own time. Okay. We shall sell no wine before it's time, okay? If you're a United States person of a certain age, you will remember the Robert Mondavi motto of the 80s advertising campaign, which is basically the grapes have to ripen, then they have to be harvested, then the wine has to be pressed, and then it has to age so that it is to its most beautiful flavor possible. So that is a process that is done lovingly. For those things that we even drink, we should do those things lovingly with our own lives as well, okay? And to allow ourselves time to age and ripen into our fullness, knowing that it is assured that we will reach our maximum capacity and all that we could be and all that we choose to envision and co-create for ourselves with spirit as the co-creator, not ego, okay? All right, so let's see, last but not least, so we've got the C. Last but not least, we're going to get a single message from Mother Mary, and I love this energy because it's all the ocean mother and all of that nurturing, and the Holy Sophia, the Mother Mary, Magdalene, Kuan Yin, all the feminine. This is just the beautiful guidance of that feminine aspect of the creation divine. And so I love walking with Mary, and her presence in my life really emerged very strongly the first time that I came to Mexico in 2016. And so I love that I'm able to continue to walk with her, and she continues to delight and lead, and then to allow me to serve as her vessel and the vessel for the divine feminine to pass on the mother medicine and the healing energy and the wisdom. All right, so we're just going to do one card on this one here. Mother Mary, what guidance do you have for us today on this equinox? as we stand at this middle point of equal balance. All right, here we go. 11. Look at this. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. I love this. This is like the root chakra, manifesting, bringing down the birth. This is such a beautiful, through again that portal, the holy portal, our sacred yoni, and bringing and birthing into our reality our visions that are truly miraculous. What a beautiful, beautiful card. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. Okay, for another 11. I might have to find all the 11 cards in here. I love this portal. We have mountains, and this almost reminds me of a rose petal. It looks just so soft and beautiful. All right, so Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. Let me tell you that even being here in Mexico is a miracle for me, because there was a time in my life, not even 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when the idea of being able to travel anywhere, or to have fun, or even to have lived somewhere in another country for a period of time was so far-fetched that all I could say was that it was a dream and a fantasy. And yet, that seed, that dream that I thought was a fantasy, I was loved enough by my Creator and by my higher self to create this experience for me. And I had no idea that just by dreaming and envisioning it, that I was actually laying in the blueprint for it to happen, because it just seemed so far-fetched. So please do not think that there is anything too big or too difficult or too challenging. All you have to do is say yes and let Spirit work the miracle. What we call our miracles is just everyday connections and manifestation from the spiritual aspect. So I receive the things that to my mind are miraculous, that my heart knows are just, they're just my birthright through being here to have this incarnational experience and to make it what I choose to do. And I choose for that to be a loving and kind and conscious and compassionate reality that is filled with joy and wonder. Okay, so we say, love seeks to manifest through you as you. It is not only your spirit that is to be blessed by love, but your body and your life too. You are meant to live a reality of divine love. You are meant to experience the presence of the divine in everyday life. Your spiritual life and material existence are not destined to be separate, but rather are to be united, enhancing each other, infusing each other with love in sacred relationship. My miracles are not limited to the world of spirit. They manifest in the material world as signs that divine love is alive in the here and now. Will you be a willing channel for my miraculous manifestations? Yes, I will. Okay. We may think of miracles as special. Ooh. One of the ordinary, or as special, out of the ordinary occurrences. Yet Mother Mary teaches us that the miraculous is meant to happen every day. It already does. If only we had the eye of the heart open to see it, we would be sent into states of rapture at how marvelous divine creation is, and how extraordinary is the creativity that unfolds in every moment of our lives, and how miraculous intervention happens through divine grace. Subtly and yet inevitably, grace brings this person and that person together. It weaves a synchronicity into that which leads to another amazing moment of creation. Endlessly, the miracles of creation build upon each other in exquisite patterns of divine love simply happening. We can be fearful of not being in control of it, of not knowing how it is going to work itself out, or we can be in awe and trust and choose to surrender into the flow of the Mother's grace. So vast is the scale of divine intelligence unfolding in perfect plan upon the earth, our mind might become overwhelmed and challenged by what is essentially unfathomable to anything other than the trusting heart that needs no explanation. No matter how we choose to look at things or respond, life itself, including the miraculous manifestations of the Divine Mother, continues. This oracle, however, brings you a special task if you are willing to accept it. This task is to become a sacred vessel through which the miracles of the Mother can be made manifest. Throughout history, there are stories of ordinary people who were asked by Mother Mary to perform some task or other. These tasks were not impossible, but were challenging because they asked each individual to put more faith in her will prevailing than in their fears and the fears of those around them, even if they couldn't see how that could be possible. These people became known as saints, but they began just as you and I, ordinary people living their lives with a love for the Holy Mother and a desire to be open to the miraculous. To fulfill the task that the Mother will ask of you, whether you know what that is right now or have no idea whatsoever as yet, you'll need to have courage. Courage will help you trust your heart as you sense her task for you. It might be a seemingly small task, such as planting a garden of flowers on your front lawn, which will benefit those who pass by. It might be a large task, such as speaking the truth in a relationship where you might fear that in doing so, you will lose the relationship. It might be to write a book or to come out of the spiritual closet, so to speak. It might be to pray for someone who hurt you and to ask forgiveness for them. It might be to love yourself enough to say no to a relationship that is not right for you, even if there is a love there. It might be to move to another place where your light is needed, even if you do not understand that at the time. It might be to support a cause that stirs your heart, or to go to a spiritual class or workshop, or to set some boundaries between you and family members who ask too much of you. Courage will also help us trust in her as we carry out her task. It is through our efforts in carrying out the task asked of us that we empower her to help us. It is difficult to help someone who won't help themselves. We have to give to receive, and as we receive, we are empowered to give. We need to have courage to start the cycle without trying to control it. We need courage to accept the help offered and to keep going. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles wants her presence felt and her plan of love carried out through each one of us in the physical world, and that includes you. This oracle brings a special message also, that it is time now to put your spiritual principles to the test. It is time to rely on them completely as a way to live and move in the world. It is not only safe to do this, but the only way to really allow her miraculous love to manifest through you. Doing this will mean that all that is destined to be born through you this lifetime can then be. You are being blessed by the Holy Mother, empowered by her, and asked to trust completely in her grace. Okay, the healing process and affirmation. Imagine red roses are blooming around your feet. They release a subtle fragrance and their petals seem soft like velvet. At the center of each red rose, a golden light shines, releasing radiant bursts of energy. Every burst of energy is a miracle of the Divine Mother taking place. The miracles bring solutions to impossible problems, healing in body and relationships, a windfall, a miraculous discovery, a finding of what was thought lost, a meeting of a soulmate, a path of light through the darkness bestowed. Her endless miracles manifest again and again. You then become aware that you are standing in the center of a large red rose with soft velvet petals beneath your feet, and you are bathed with golden light. You are a living miracle of the Divine Mother made manifest. Say this prayer: Holy Mother, Our Lady of Miracles manifesting, I surrender myself to your grace, to your will, and to your divine plan of love. I ask that you happen through me. May I be a channel for your miracles of grace and healing in this world. May my life be spiritually fulfilled, that I may bring more of your light to the world. Through your holy grace, so be it. Just for a moment, for as long as feels good and complete. Rest for a moment, for as long as feels good, and complete your session with this affirmation. Mother Mary manifests her miracles through me as I unconditionally accept and celebrate her graceful presence in my body, mind, and soul. And so it is. I receive this guidance, and I am grateful for your presence here, sharing in this energetic message that the Holy Mother and the beautiful creation spirit has given to us on this Equinox portal. Namaste.